different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Joe Biden has never worked a real job, never signed the front side of a paycheck, and neither have many of the Democrats that are trying to push this through. And the end result is going to be that the middle class is going to be paying more at the pump, at the grocery store for their energy costs. We're heading in the wrong direction.
And when you're told by any politician, oh, don't worry, only the rich are going to get taxed, just the rich, that is not true. That's a bold-faced lie. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. You know what I love about the stock market? It's the only place you can go and make real money. What do I mean by that? It means that you can go in the market, it's so liquid that any time that you buy a stock, you can immediately find a seller. Boom. You can buy it and sell it. But the beautiful thing is not only, ever try that with a car? You can't just turn around and sell your car. Try to sell your house. Sometimes you got to wait weeks, months, whatever. Not with stocks, not with a stock market. What a wonderful place. But politicians have screwed it all up. And now what they're going to do is take our economy. Not only they screw the market up, meaning prices in the stocks are so overpriced, it's incredible. Price to sales at a nosebleed level. PE ratios at a nosebleed level. It's nuts. If you think the dot-com crash was bad, by the time the dot-com crash came around, values, price to sales, prices, stocks were at a nosebleed level. That was nothing compared to what we have now. And this whole rally since 2008 to where we are today, 13 years, has not benefited Main Street. The stock market went up, benefiting only the wealthy, the top 1 percentile. That's what it was designed to do by the politicians, by our Congress. They're in on it because they're 1 percentile. And when everybody starts complaining about income inequality, blame Congress. They caused the income inequality. And now they say, oh, we're going to fix that. We're going to reduce income inequality. We're going to raise revenue now. We're going to go after the rich. And that idiot, AOC, walking around with that dress, tax the rich, tax the rich. She has no clue, just like Joe Biden has no clue. Most of these politicians never worked a day in their life. They never ran a business, never had to meet a payroll, never had to cut expenses. Think of Joe Biden. Do you ever have to cut expenses? He's been on the take for what, 50 years? He's been on the dole for 50 years. Getting paid by the government. He has no clue how bad it's going to be when they raise taxes called capital gains on profits. It's going to destroy the incentive. Do you ever think about this? The banks loan money. Why? They have an incentive. It's called interest. Well, if I'm an entrepreneur and I'm going to put my money at risk, I'm like a bank. I want something out of it, or I'm not going to do it. You think banks would just turn around and loan you money on your car or your house free? Oh, they give the free money to the corporations, of course. But to you, how about credit card? Do you think that they would just give you, why do you think credit cards, you pay 10, 12, 18% or more interest? Because they take a risk to loan people money through credit cards. That's a big risk. They want to be paid for the risk. Well, why isn't it that if I'm going to start a business, why shouldn't I be paid? If I'm going to risk my money, why shouldn't I be paid for taking that risk? If I'm an existing business, let's say I'm going to start a business, brand new business, startup business, should I be rewarded for my taking that risk? If I have an existing small business, shouldn't I be rewarded for taking my profits instead of running, plowing them back into my company? Shouldn't I be rewarded even more by going to the bank, borrowing money, which I'm paying interest on? I have to sign a personal note I'm responsible for. I take that borrowed money with my profits, I combine them, and I plow it back into my business called CapEx, or business investment. Shouldn't I be rewarded for that risk taking? They're saying no. AOC says no, you shouldn't be rewarded. Well, if you start taking that incentive away from every small entrepreneur, and this country was built on entrepreneurs, on startup businesses. You wouldn't have a Cisco today if it wasn't for startup businesses. You wouldn't have an Oracle today if it wasn't for startup businesses. How do you think they grew? By buying startup businesses. Because startup businesses is where it all starts. That's where the incentive is. Small businesses have far more patents than these big corporations. And the big corporations go buy the small business to get those patents. You know why they don't have any clue? AOC has no clue. She was born in a wealthy family. They sent her to college. She worked at a bar for about 3 weeks. And now that's her thing. Oh, she was a poor bartender. She was so poor. She was a poor bartender. Look at her. Look how good she did. Now she lives in Washington in the most expensive building for rent because her family pays for it. Goes around like she's poor. She has no clue. She never made a payroll. She doesn't know what capital gains tax, increased capital gains tax does to you, does to the country. It's all about, I'm going to be popular. I'm going to put up my dress, tax the rich. Boy, I'm going to be popular. I'm going to be popular. That's all she cares about, a soundbite. It's the same thing yesterday. Did you notice in the hearings, these Republicans, other than for like 3 Republicans, maybe 4 at the most, who are terrific, like Ron Paul, all the other ones were all there to get sound bites. All the other Republicans getting sound bites. Like this one Republican, he sits there and he filled his 5 minutes up with putting a picture of the Marine up and talking about the Marine that got killed. And then he talks, and then he says to the Treasury Secretary, he's a liar. He did that 15 times, said the same thing. 13 times he said that. Well, wait a minute. We know he got killed. Shouldn't you be asking questions to find out why he got killed? The stupidity in our Congress is unbelievable. Capital gains is a killer. It takes the incentive away from you. Look at, if you take in the last 13 years, our workers don't have incentive anymore. Remember, companies, when they have to give an incentive to their workers. A company's responsibility is to increase productivity by investing in new equipment, new machinery, so that the worker can produce more. When he produces more, he makes more. That's incentive. Instead of making 100 hats an hour, he's going to now get a new machine to make 1,000 hats an hour. Isn't that terrific? That's incentive. So he's got the incentive to go to work and to produce something. They took that away from him. These stupid people in Washington said, don't worry about that. You don't have to produce anything. We're going to send you money every week. We're going to double your unemployment. We're going to send you a $300 check a week plus the one you already got, and we're going to give each one of your kids $300. How's that? You don't have to go to work. And now they're going to kill incentive with investors starting small businesses. How stupid could they be raising the capital gains tax? It's going to kill us. I'll explain when I get back how we'll make money on it.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney, Phil's Gang.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. I told you, I love the stock market because of the liquidity that's in the market. You can get out anytime you want. You can sell your stock split second. Boom, hit the mouse, you're out. You buy it, you think you made a mistake, you get out. But here's the other reason I love the stock market so much. Because I don't have to worry about the stupidity. Example, raising capital gains is stupid. The stupidity is incredible. What does that mean? Well, you people that are in 401ks, don't you realize what's going to happen? When all of a sudden they take the incentive out of entrepreneurs investing in start-up businesses, that kills the economy. It's the backbone of our economy. When you take the incentive out of existing businesses, where all of a sudden they have no more incentive to borrow money, combine it with the money they make, their profits, and plow it back into their business. That means you're not going to get a raise. It's going to be harder to get a good job. They're not going to be hiring. Prices of everything goes up. Oh, so don't worry. Anybody that makes only people make $400,000 or more is going to be affected. That's a bold-faced lie, because we're not producing as much. That means inflation. That means prices go up. You see it when you go shopping. But what I love about the market, we have a mechanism to deal with stupidity that comes from Washington. These stupid people. The mechanism is shorting. It's beautiful. You don't have to worry anymore. See, all you folks who just buy stocks, you never sell stock short. When the market goes down, you don't know how to do that. People in 401ks, you're sitting there, you think you're fat and happy. You made all this money over the years. The market went up. After the market crashed 31%, went up 113%. What you don't realize, you're going to give all that 113% back. Listen to what I'm saying. You can mark this down. The Phil Grant, he said on 9/15/2001, the rally that the stock market had, the S&P, go back to the S&P and go back all the way back to our February 2020. It dropped down, remember, 31% to a low in March of 2020. From March 2020 to today, the market's going up 113%. That's going to be all clawed back. You're going to lose all of that. So everybody's sitting in a 401k today. You think you're fat and happy. You say, I don't listen to Phil Grant. He's always negative. He says the market's going to go down. Market's never going to go down again. Really? But for the people who can deal with it, who knows, okay, the market's going to go down, and they know when it's going to go down, and they just switch their position to make as much money on the way down and make it 10 times faster, because market goes down 10 times faster than it goes up. So my point is, the beautiful thing about the stock market, I can't think of investing anywhere else, because you get a greater opportunity from the stupids. The stupids give us great opportunities. These stupids like AOC, these other stupids who think raising capital gains on raising corporate taxes, that's another laugh. We're going to raise corporate taxes. Boy, we'll get them. We're going to get them. No, you don't. You think that's like people go to the casino in Vegas. Do you ever think you get the casinos in Vegas? How many people get on a plane, fly out of Vegas, they're broke. I'm going to get them next time. I'm going to go back. I'm going to get them the next time. They go back. Did you get them the next time? No, you lost again, because it's rigged against you. See, there's no way for you to short. See, the difference with Wall Street, if you lose once, you start figuring out, why did I lose? Because somebody made some stupid decisions. The market went down. It wasn't my fault. Market went down. Well, if the market goes down, with the same ease that if you make money, if you're prepared to switch your position to make money on the way down, what's the problem? You don't have you don't have a problem with stupid people anymore. Listen, Obama and Biden, when they were in office, what do they have in common? The cut. I gave you the cut, right? They suck off government their whole life. They don't know how to meet payroll. They've always been. They've never made a living. It's always been on the dole with the government. And then they started to use their names and their contacts to make billions of dollars, just like the Clintons did, right? I'm not going to get into Biden's kid making all this money and the uncle making all this money. But that's what they do. Hillary Clinton did the same thing. Hillary Clinton signed, remember, the uranium? We have very little uranium in this country. And she sold 20% of our uranium. That's huge. We don't have much uranium. And what happened? How did she get paid for that? Bill Clinton goes and does a 30 minutes. We sold it to a Russian company, and Bill Clinton had a deal to go over and make a 30-minute speech for $500. Not just one speech, like 5 speeches. It's just unbelievable. So my point is that the Obama, the Bidens, they have no clue. When they took over, think about this, when they took over from Baby Bush, when Baby Bush destroyed our economy and Obama and Biden administration took over, the economy was a disaster. The economy that Baby Bush left behind. The solution for the Obama-Biden ticket was to start up businesses and existing businesses. That was the solution. To give these entrepreneurs an incentive to invest, to take a risk, to start up a new business, because all our jobs come from new startups. 70% of our jobs come from new startup business. So Obama and Biden should have, the solution was to give them the incentive by lowering a capital gains tax so that the risk they take, they get more reward. That was the solution. Small startup businesses created, and then the existing businesses give them an incentive to plow more money back into their business, their existing business. Give them more profit. Don't take all the money from them. Tax them at a lower rate. But they didn't do that. So we never had a recovery. There was no recovery. Because what was the problem? Why wouldn't they do that? I'll tell you when I come back. More greed, more stupidity. Again, remember, it's always the party. It's always about the party. The party always comes first. More when I come back. And then I'm going to show you how to make some money in these kind of situations.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night. You don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. So, this capital gains tax increase and corporate tax increase is going to kill many of the stocks or many of the companies in the stock market. Let's give you an example. Let's take Costco. When you start raising capital gains and you start raising corporate taxes, their earnings come in. So if you got in on our chart, Costco gave us a buy signal back on March 30th, 2021. And we got in, most of the members got in, it was around around $351. Today, it's at $461. Now, it remained green all the way through, telling you that money was going in. So that's about a 32% gain. Now, but here's the problem for you people in 401k. If that's inside your 401k, you're going to have no control over that. When they raise the capital gains tax and corporate tax, that takes the incentive out of these companies to put more business investment in. Just like when you take the the incentive out of someone starting a new business, or if you take the incentive, which when you do raise capital gains and when you do raise corporate taxes, you take the incentive away from people, entrepreneurs who want to start a business. You take the incentive from people who have an existing business to expand. They start cutting people back. They don't hire. And by the way, when Obama and Biden did this, after they took the terrible economy over from Baby Bush, their solution to fix that economy was startup businesses. It was existing businesses to cut these capital gains, to cut corporate taxes. But the problem was Obama and Biden, first of all, they never built a business. They never met a payroll. They don't understand risk to reward. They have no clue. They have no idea. And the problem for them, they could not deliver the solution. They could not deliver the solution, which would have grown the economy, which would have taken us out of this terrible economy by Baby Bush, who's another dope. We could have grown the economy. We could have fixed the economy so fast because the solution was startup businesses and existing small business. Because they give real job programs, especially startup businesses and existing small businesses. But he couldn't do it because, remember, Obama's core principle, his ideology of socialism, is so rooted in the dream of socialism, where life is fair. Everything's equal. Everybody's going to live in the same houses. Everybody's going to get paid the same. If you don't work hard, you get paid the same as the guy who does work hard. Don't worry about it. See, Obama knew, the downside for Obama, he knew if he used small startup and existing businesses and lowered the capital gains and lowered corporate taxes, he knew that was the solution. But he also knew that his base, his voting base, was mostly welfare recipients. They would get grumpy. He also knew that his big contributions, all the money, comes from his crony left-wing Hollywood folks in the Silicon Valley. He knew that. He knew that. So that's why he said, well, you know what? I'm not going to lower the capital gains tax. We're not going to give small entrepreneurs the incentive to start small businesses. We're not going to give incentive to the existing businesses to expand. What we're going to do is grow our welfare state. That's what he did. He expanded the welfare state because he made a political decision, what was best for him, not what was best for the country. And then they lie and tell you, oh, this is best for the country. Those darn old rich people. This is the best for the country. Not to grow small businesses, not to start business. This is best for the country, not to lower capital gains. Best for the country. Well, wait a minute. How come Clinton did the opposite? When Bill Clinton, who had one of the best economies ever, along with Reagan and Kennedy, how come after the first year when he raised those rates, corporate tax rates and capital gains rate, he realized revenue coming into the Treasury was declining incredibly? So he said, whoa. So he turned around and he realized that I better cut taxes. I better cut the capital gains taxes. I better cut corporate taxes. And what happened when he cut the capital gains taxes? His revenue to the Treasury went up almost 60%, 59%. So Clinton did what was best for the nation, not politically. Obama and Biden did what was best politically. And as long as he knew he could get reelected, as long as he had all the welfare people and all the elites of Hollywood and Silicon Valley, he played that card. But guess what? We didn't grow the economy. We weren't growing wages. He was the first president that never grew the economy 3%. He went down in history as one of the worst presidents ever. Worse than Jimmy Carter, because politically, he went the political way instead of what was best for the country. But Clinton did the opposite. So didn't Reagan. They did the opposite. Kennedy did the opposite. See, and that's the problem. Like now, nobody cares about the economy. It's all about politics. To raise these rates, here's what's going to happen to you when people have Costco. We have a gain right now. Now, if you're with us, now I'm not saying every one of my gang members had a 50% gain because I don't know where they get in. Some get in right away, some get in later. I don't know. But I'm telling you the opportunity when it went from red to green, and it's still green today, it's up 50%. There'd be no reason for you to get out because it's in green. You get a heads up, it'll start turning yellow, a call to action. When your charts start turning yellow, the candlesticks, that's a call to action warning you that stock's going to start dropping. And here's the difference between my members who know how to sell short and people who don't. Especially in 401ks, they don't allow you to sell short. When it turns yellow, they're going to make as much, and they start getting the sign that the stock is going to start to drop. Costco is going to drop. They'll make as much money on the way down. And that's what you have to do because of the stupidity and the greed in Washington. See, you shouldn't have to worry about the stock market. When you invest in the stock market, you should always put yourself in a position you don't give a damn if the market's going up or the market's going down. But only 20% of the people in the stock market are in that position because they don't want to learn how to make money going down. Why? Because they've been brainwashed by these dopes in these business shows. Buying a dip, buying a dip, buying a dip. They never, how many times have you ever heard during the day, whether it's Varney or any of these guys on Fox Business or CNBC or Bloomberg during the day say, look, you should start taking profits. Now switch your position because the market's going to start going down because the capital gains is going to destroy economic growth. It's going to destroy wages. It's going to take the incentive out of big corporations to invest in new machinery and so forth. And guess what? It's going to kill the biggest problem we're going to have. It's going to kill small businesses. No more startups. So why don't you start shorting your stock? Once you get to that position, you don't care what these stupid people in Washington do, what these greedy people do. We don't care what AOC says. We don't care. And the amazing thing, these people wouldn't know the difference between a capital gains and a banana peel. They have no idea what capital gains is. Most of them. Biden doesn't even know what it is. I'll be back with more stocks.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1-900-020.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60, 70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the .com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days, philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. So, for you to make money consistently, and there's no other place you can do it than the stock market, you've just got to reach that point where you say, you know what, I think I'm going to try this thing called shorting. And it's so easy because the color-coded chart that we have, and we give it to you for 10 days free, for heaven's sakes, and we give you a 10-day membership so you can follow it and you see what I'm saying is true. Just like the number, just like I gave you on Costco. There's another one that we're in, ACN. Same thing, ACN's up 22%. Because it went from red to green. It has not yet turned yellow. It has not given us a warning. Now, let me give you one that has. Take Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson, for my members who got into that when it turned green, on it was around $167. It went all the way up to $180. And then we started to get a warning, and all of a sudden it started to turn red. So they made their profits on the way up. Instead of getting out and go look for another stock, that would not be smart. Why would you get out of a stock that you know is going down? So all you do is change your position, and it's so easy to do, especially with our platform. So easy. So when it turned red, it's telling you, okay, switch your position. So Johnson & Johnson turned red around 175, and today it's still red at 165. That's nice. Another one we did the same thing with is Pfizer. So see, it doesn't matter to us what these guys do in Washington, what the Federal Reserve does. Because everything they do is to rig the market to go up and to rig the market to go down. So we'll take advantage of it. And you should be able to do the same thing. And when you do join the gang, if you follow our portfolio every day at 2 o'clock, Steve takes, he's the head of our education department, takes our portfolio, he posts it, and he tells you what to do on each stock in our portfolio. How can you go wrong? Example.
Caterpillar. Remember, I told you to take some profits yesterday because of the base down here. Today it's up a little bit, so hopefully you took the profits.
So he goes on and tells you exactly what to do with every stock in our portfolio. Look, all I can tell you is when they decide to do a capital gains tax, to raise it, just answer this. Why did Bill Clinton, after raising capital gains, learned, as did Reagan, as did Kennedy, we have 50 years of data that proves when you raise the capital gains, bad things happen because you take the incentive away from people. Doesn't that make sense? If you go to work today and they said, well, you know what? Things are getting a little tight. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to cut your pay by 20%, but we want you to work the same hours. And please do a better job. Are you going to have the incentive to do a better job? Of course not. Who would? Incentive is everything in this world. That's how you excel. It's incentive. Give me an incentive. But see, socialism is not based on incentive. And that's why Biden and Obama, when they took over dopey, and boy, is he a dope, Bush, his bad economy, they didn't go with the solution to the recession, which was startup businesses and the businesses, small businesses existing, to cut taxes, to give them the incentive to invest more. But the big one was to get the incentive for new startups. See, people don't realize new startup businesses is the country. That's what grows our nation. That's what grows our economy. Startup businesses. It's crazy. But they did it. Look, when you hear these people say that they're going to get the rich, oh, that drives me nuts. You're never going to get the rich. What are you going to do to the rich? When you tax the rich, and all that happens is, first of all, they don't feel it. They don't feel it because they're so wealthy and there's so many tax loopholes. You feel it. This little idiot, this little AOC, this little child, she doesn't have any clue what happens when you say to a business, I'm going to take your profits from you. I want more. The government says, I'm your partner. Every time you get your paycheck, they want part of that check. You're partners with the government. Do you know now people are going to have to pay 60, in some states, 60% of their income when they raise the capital gains tax and they raise corporate taxes, they're going to be paying 60 cents of every dollar they earn to their partner in Washington. You think that's incentive? To create new business, create new jobs, to plow money into business. The guy that runs your business or the investors that run your business, you think they've got the incentive to buy new machinery for you so that you can produce more, so you can get higher wages? Of course not. They're going to cut. And what they do produce, they're going to raise the rates. They're going to raise the price. So price is going to go up. But if you're in a situation in the stock market, there's no other place you can go. This is the equalizer. This is the equalizer. You don't have to put up with the dopes like Obama and Biden and Bush. These politicians, you don't have to put up with them. That the market's going up, fine. We're fine. Every gang member's fine. If the market comes down because of stupidity, we're fine. We're going to make money on the way down. And if you don't put yourself in that position and you poor folks in 401ks, you're going to get slaughtered. You don't have to believe me. How did it feel with the dot-com days when you're in 401ks? How did it feel in the housing crash when you were in a 401k? How did it feel in February of 2020 when the market dropped 31%, the fastest drop in history? How do you feel when you're in your 401k? 401ks never went out. They're garbage. They're garbage. What you should do as an alternative is go to the spiders. Just stay in the spiders your whole life. Get your kids, when your kids come out of college, make sure all they do is invest in the spiders. Put money away for them in the spiders. They'll make, by the time they retire, they'll have 35% more money set aside than they do in a 401k. That's right. But they're going to have you more than that, because guess what? When the S&P goes up, they make money, and the S&P goes down, they make money. If you're in a 401k, your 401k goes up, the stock goes up in your 401k, but when it comes back down, you lose. You lose. And they say, oh, don't worry about it, because we'll make it, it'll come back. Just hold it long enough. Wait a minute. If your stock goes down 25%, you got to get a 50% gain to get that to get even again, not 25%. People don't even realize that, who own 401ks. If you get a 25% correction in the market, you say, well, my 401k just got to go up 25%, I'm even. No. You got to go up 50%. See, we have such a inequality, income inequality, because of these kind of stupid decisions. And these stupid decisions are based not on what's best for us, best for the economy, best for your kids. It's all based on politics. Same thing that happened over there in Afghanistan, the pullout. It was all politics. It was based on politics. This administration is in there now, hated Trump so much, they wanted to cancel everything, every contract he did with everybody. They did. But they said, wait a minute, here's what we're going to do with this contract. With the Taliban, you know what we're going to do? Why don't we keep this one? And we can, if anything goes wrong, we can blame it on him. We can blame it on him. So we're locked into this contract. Which they weren't locked into no contract. Things only like 4 pages. I don't want to get into all that. You've heard all this. But you get my point. They were not locked into that contract. The only right they didn't get rid of this contract, they got rid of all his other contract, because they knew they could use this. They could use this to back themselves up if anything goes wrong. But they never dreamed it was going to go this wrong. All right, look. Join my gang. Go to philsgang.com. 10 days free. Click where it says Working Investor Group. You get 10 days, my color-coded chart. You have access to our whole teaching facility for 10 days. At the end of 10 days, you're going to say, you know, I should have did this long ago, because for the first time now, I don't care what goes on in the market. Until you reach that point where you can say, I don't care if the market goes up or down, till you reach that point, you should not be in the market, because you can't make money. You can't. 80% lose. You got to be in a position that you don't care if it goes up or down, and we'll get you there. See you on those charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to make